There we go. We should, theoretically, be live.
Hell yeah.
One.
Once we confirm that we're live.
Theoretically, be live.
We're alive.
Yeah, we are.
Hell yeah. We're alive. Awesome. Once we confirm that we're live. In that case, hi folks. Welcome to Does Anyone Remember Bob, a special October mini-series by Standing Stones Productions with special guests Izzy of Hope's Hearth and Nichelle. Today we're playing the titular game Does Anyone Remember Bob, a 200-word RPG by Simon Gottwald. This is a game of body horror and rumors. Most of you joined the support group when the first symptoms emerged. Others waited a lot longer. Some of you are here for the first time. Some of you have been coming for months. All of you had heard stories about the illness long before you were infected, how it spreads, the growths, the deformations, the camps. But none of you know which stories are true and which ones are just rumors. You still don't know for sure. There is no cure. The transformation is inevitable. It will only get worse. You will be taken away. That's what they say. You're hiding your infection from your relatives and friends. This group is the only place where you can talk freely about it, about what you've heard, about what you've seen, about what you've experienced. I'm August, and you can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. My pronouns are they, them. Playing with me today, we have, in clockwise order on the overlay, which I'm not looking at, so I think it's the next up is Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard. I use he, him pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at Corvus_Azure.
Also playing with me today is Danielle.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I use she, they pronouns, and you can find me on the internet at RedTailTalk90.
One of our very special guests, Nichelle.
Hello, I'm Nichelle. I go by she, her pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at MistletoeDrex.
We have also Jade.
Hello, I'm Jade, usually found on the internet at Jade Oxford Rose, using they, them pronouns.
Our other special guest, Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I use sincere pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at @theshondeer.
And last but certainly not least, Anya.
I'm Anya. I use they, them pronouns, and you will never find me.
You are the new cryptid of Standing Stones.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, let me tab back over. Our lines, which are things... Yep. Our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are racism, sexism, transphobia, homophobia, violence against children and non-sapient animals, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, emotional abuse, sexual assault, and police violence. Our veils, which are things we're fine with addressing but will fade to black on, are self-harm, graphic descriptions of violence, steamy situations, hospitalization, and suicidal thoughts or ideation. Content warnings for this game include ableism, mental illness such as depression, body horror, plagues and pandemics, illness, eugenics, and possible mentions of alcohol or drug use. Now that we've got all that, let's convene our support meeting.
So, proving that he is actually capable of showing up to places not only on time, but in fact early, Morden arrives first this week. And unlike last time we saw him, they were very the way of charismatic people to just be very almost large. That's not there today. Instead, the leather jacket is over a hoodie with the hood pulled up. He looks almost small as he moves around the space, sets the coffee pot on, opens a pack of cookies on the side, and starts unfolding chairs. And just waits for other folks to show up.
I think Allie comes thinking he's going to be early this time. And sees you like, oh, hi.
You get a half smile and a one finger salute.
You're the... Oh, goodness. I'm awful with names. You're the... Are you the leather daddy in my phone? Who is...
Forgot about that!
smile becomes more genuine. Pretty leather jacket fuck boy.
Yes. Hello. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Fucking good.
And Allie will start helping you set up stuff like chairs and get coffee going.
Mm-hmm. Who shows up next?
I think Precious shows up next. He's wearing a fashionable flannel shirt over a beat up old man t-shirt, and he is drinking what is very obviously an iced pumpkin spice latte because he is a basic bitch.
You didn't
And,
bring one for everybody. Looks pointedly at the.
Hey, Twinsy.
Hey, Twinsy, want some? And offers some of the pumpkin spice latte while, like, making eye contact with Morden the whole time.
Oh, no, I'm okay. I haven't been feeling great, and I don't want to give you anything if it's contagious.
I'm pretty sure you can't give me anything I don't already have, and he, like, lowers his sunglasses and winks, but, like, the skin around his eyes is, like, kind of cracked and flaky, before he pushes his sunglasses back up his nose.
Oh. Have you not been using the ointment?
I think this is a little beyond help, but I appreciate the concern.
Allie is feeling awkward and has no idea what to do after seeing that. Like, jeez.
I think Mezu's the next one to arrive, and like he comes through the door, leaning a bit more heavily on his cane this time than he was last week. Moving like more carefully. Like that way, when you see somebody with a cane, you know, oh, some part of their body definitely hurts. And he like makes his way into the room and gives everybody like a very cheerful smile, and says, "What? It's like what, roughly afternoon."
Mhm.
Yeah, afternoon, early evening, I imagine.
Yeah, he's like, "Afternoon, everybody."
Grandpa.
Hey, If isn't my favorite candy dealer.
Oh, I've got some this time too. Don't you worry.
Gimme.
he laughs like a throaty chuckle, like moves further into the room. He's like definitely like headed towards the coffee pot, but stops with Allie for a second. And this time, instead of Werther's, it's the little strawberry candies.
Yes!
Allie
Yeah.
takes as many as you put in his hands.
Again, in the cargo shorts, it's just he's got like a bag of them. So you get like Allie gets a handful, and he offers some to like everybody else who's already here.
Morden shakes his head, but we'll go fix Mezu a coffee.
Allie will offer, like, if you need any help getting to your seat or anything.
Nah, I got it. I appreciate it though.
Okay.
Moves to a chair and just like sits in it with just a groan because like pain.
The door kind of just like opens a little bit too enthusiastically. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. And Daisy like comes in and she has like on her arm like a bunch of daisy chains. I got a little distracted in a field on the way here, and I couldn't find my keys, so I had to go back and like find where I was picking all the daisies. I'm so sorry. Here's one for you.
Thank
And
you.
I want
Please
one.
See, Morden is very perplexed by being proffered a daisy chain. But we'll prop it on top of the hood of his hoodie.
Allie will put it immediately on the top of his head. Like, this is beautiful. I feel so pretty.
Oh, you look so pretty too.
Thank God we have 2 cinnamon rolls now.
But she'll like wait a little bit next to I think it's oh gosh. Thomas?
I don't think Thomas is here yet.
Oh, okay. Who's the one passing out candy?
That would be Mezu.
Mizu. Okay. All right. And she doesn't necessarily just hand off her daisy chain to Mizu. She kind of like waits for the exchange of candy for the daisy chain.
I see. I see. I think Mezu, like, he wasn't expecting it. He like notices that she's like next to him, and he kind of looks up at her, and then reaches into his pocket and says, "Don't suppose you also want some candy?"
Strawberries! Oh my goodness, these look amazing.
Yeah, and he gives her some of the little strawberry hard candies. And for anybody in the chat who doesn't know what these are, they're the little ones that come in the wrapper that makes it look kind of like a strawberry, and they've got it's the hard candy with the little filling inside.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma candy.
Allie would probably walk over with like 2 or 3 of those in his mouth and hand you an empty coffee cup. Like, hey, it's fresh.
What's fresh?
The coffee.
You want me to drink coffee? Cascade never lets me drink coffee. I don't know if I could have coffee.
I'm starting to think I shouldn't.
Don't listen to him. You can have coffee if you want to. There's no rules here, just right.
Are you sure?
Puts on a pod of decaf all the same.
Allie will give you a little thumbs up.
Meza will put the daisy crown like directly on his head, so he's just, the daisy crown like over his silver dreads.
I think Daisy just holds the empty cup and like as like indecisive on whether or not to get coffee, because Cascade has always told her never to have coffee and you're not allowed to have coffee. But definitely conflicted, but sits down in her chair.
Buddy.
Morden looks over at Precious like, give it another couple of minutes or should we start?
Well, I kind of didn't expect our other friend to actually make it, so I guess we should get started.
And at that moment, the door opens, and Tomas walks in. Sorry to be fashionably late.
Oh.
Traffic was a bear.
I thought I was the only bear.
How many bears are in my phone now?
There was a bear in traffic?
Okay, we're all himbos. This is good.
It's a figure of speech, sweetheart.
I thought they were referring to the bear contest that's currently going on right now.
Bear
the
contest?
Bear of the week. Yes.
Yeah.
Inside, Otis has lost his crown this year.
Oh no.
He's not the fattest bear.
Pour one out for Otis.
Don't pour your coffee on the floor, please.
Moss saunters over, and it's very definitely a saunter, over to the chairs, and then suddenly seems to trip over nothing and crash headfirst into the chair.
Oh, buddy.
But
Mezu starts like he's gonna get up to help, and like there's the sound of one of his joints like popping, and he's like,
don't do that.
Precious rushes over there and is just like, dude.
Does Precious look at Tomas closely?
I mean, Precious, there's definitely the recognition there since, Precious has definitely crashed on Tomas's couch before, but I don't think that he's like looking too closely or anything like that. He's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, you good?
Sorry, not one of my most graceful moments. 'Tis nothing, though. Makes a show of dusting himself off and then sits in the chair.
Mezu offers some
Alright,
of the
yes.
strawberry hard candies.
Oh, how delightful. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
All right, let's get this show on the road. You know why we're all here, but for the sake of, I don't want to say propriety, but you don't have to share anything more than you want to. You don't have to share anything. We are here for each other to listen and just to provide something resembling community in this shitty situation we have all found ourselves in. I am Morden, sort of takes the daisy chain gently off top of his hood and pushes his hood down, and you can see that his hair, which was brushing his shoulders last week, is now down to like mid-chest. Things are speeding up, it would seem. But that's me, and gestures gestures to Precious, who he knows this thing, rather than make one of the new newbies, or make the newest newbie, or one of the relatively new newbies go next.
Precious, like, is still just kind of like glancing at Tomas, but then stands up and does like a little, a little sketchy bow and is just like, Precious, been coming here a while. Some of y'all know me already, but kind of looks at Daisy. Some of you don't. I'm just your neighborhood Cassandra, and I hope Wikipedia told you all about that over the weekend, Twinsy. And Precious sits back down, looking a little shaken.
Allie clearly didn't realize he had homework.
Oh,
Nice.
I think Daisy just leans over and is like, what? Cascade told me not to go on Wikipedia. What was on there?
I didn't look. It's a meme. It's a meme.
Oh, so we're supposed to laugh or wait for later?
I think it's a joke. You should laugh. Precious. And Allie will like give you 2 thumbs up, like you're doing great.
Daisy is like, yay, but also very confused that nobody else laughed.
Bless her.
Do you mind, Morden sort of gestures over to Daisy. While you're already feeling like everyone's looking at you, do you want to introduce yourself? Any name you like.
Oh, okay. I'm Daisy. And my roommate told me to go ahead and join. So here I am. Said it would be a nice group for me to get to meet new people, you know.
Does your roommate know what this group is? Do you know what this group is?
Well, Cascade didn't necessarily tell me, but told me that I would learn a lot. I love to
Okay.
learn.
And Lorna looked at. Does anyone know who this Cascade person is?
I'm gonna
Okay.
say Mezu does. I'm gonna say Mezu does just to save us some.
Impeccable. It's great. It's good.
Yeah. Mezu raises a hand. Says, yeah, I know Cascade. You
She
must
legit?
be Cascade's roommate. It's lovely to finally meet you. No, Cascade would not have sent her here if she didn't need to be here.
Right. Yeah, Daisy, this is a support group for the infected.
The infected. What are we infected with? Enthusiasm?
What an excellent fucking question.
It's clearly not enthusiasm.
Oh,
I don't know, someone might be infected with enthusiasm.
Is it you?
Nobody,
No.
Looking at Daisy.
nobody knows what it is. It manifests differently in different people. The government doesn't like it.
doesn't like it manifesting or doesn't like support groups?
Yes, the answer to that question is yes.
Yeah.
I see.
They're looking to control things as far as we can tell. And this is outside of their remit, aka they don't like it. This is why we don't tell people about it. You know? People keep going missing, get taken. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Why is it me doing this the second week in a row? I had to explain about the vans last week. I'm going to have more coffee. Actually, does anybody object to the presence of alcohol in their vicinity?
No, go for it.
I
At
think
least
this is
fine.
the point when Levi shows up.
With how much alcohol?
Impeccable timing.
I was waiting for a good moment. Yeah, so the door cracks open, and he slips in. He has his hair totally up in a bun, and has a ball cap and sunglasses on. And
The perfect disguise.
yes, and just like a plain t-shirt and jeans kind of deal. And he kind of slips in. Precious is presumably drawn. His attention is presumably drawn by this entrance. Sees a whole ass coyote walk in after Levi.
What?
Nobody else can see this.
How do you react to that, Precious?
Okay, that's not the weirdest thing I've ever. Oh my god, is that how realistic does this coyote look? Does it look like just a coyote?
Yes.
Okay.
Having dumped like a good measure of something from a flask into his coffee, Morden, seeing Precious having a moment, just offers the flask to him.
Precious considers it for a moment and then just raises a hand and is just like, "No, I'm good, thanks."
Oh, are we drinking? Thank
What
God.
else? Get a coffee first. This is a support group. You know?
What if we put it in the coffee?
Morden looks down at his coffee cup that he did just do that exact thing to, and just sort of like, Disney, you are possibly the smartest person here.
Daisy just beams and then notices Levi, and then will just like start creating flowers in her palm and making another daisy chain.
Oh.
'Cause she didn't bring enough.
Oh no.
So that'll be why you're here then.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
That's another measure of whiskey coffee.
After Levi walks in and like all this has happened, Mez's like clears his throat, like, all right, I'm gonna keep the introductions moving. I'm Mezu. Nice to meet everybody who's new here. I was encouraged to start coming here by a very good friend. And it's gotten worse since last week. Figure I'll just be upfront about that because I don't want to come in here one day covered in blood and y'all be concerned. There is a bandage across his nose where the very fresh looking scar was before.
And I think we're still going to be concerned even when you do.
I mean, yeah, probably. Doesn't seem to be having any adverse effects yet, but who knows? Precious, there is 3 swords hanging above Mezu's head now.
Oh, jeez.
Precious, like, takes a deep breath, shakes his head, doesn't say anything.
Yeah. I am the Grandpa Peddler of candy. And if anybody has candy requests for next time, let me know.
Oh, can we get some of those candy corn ones?
The pumpkins or the actual candy corn?
Oh, the pumpkins are amazing, but I also know that they come up with flavored candy corn. But you know, the pumpkin, I'm totally okay with the pumpkins.
I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
Morden will look to between Ali and Thomas and Levi, who have yet to sort of say, Cap,
Well, I guess since I'm new here, I'll go next. I'm Tomas. For me, I guess I started a few weeks ago getting severe shoulder pains, which are not unusual in my line of work. But they persisted longer than usual. Then I started getting clumsy, which is exceedingly unusual for me. You know, me being the graceful creature that I am.
Are you also a humble creature?
Absolutely
No.
not. That would be unseemly.
Mezu just raises an eyebrow, smiling at Tomas.
Precious
And-
just looks at Tomas and is just like, "I'm so fucking sorry, man."
It's all right. I'll adapt. But I've noticed recently, in the last 2 or 3 days, that perhaps the reason I'm getting less acrobatic is I'm getting taller.
Oh. You look like you're done with your growing period.
Yes, and it appears to be just my legs.
Oh.
Insert daddy long legs joke here, Precious says.
I think Mezu that catches him off guard and he laughs so hard he coughs and then has to take a drink of his coffee.
Daisy joins in the laughter. I won't repeat it because you all are going to die laughing.
Morden quirks an eyebrow at that, and I apologize. Jade apologize. Morden does not apologize. It's like, speaking of daddies, and raises an eyebrow and looks at Levi.
Mezu almost chokes on his coffee. You're gonna kill this old man?
Levi finishes fixing his coffee and sits down in a chair backwards.
Of course.
Yep. And staring Morden straight in the eyes, empties his entire flask into the coffee cup.
I want to be clear. Also, Morden is like maybe 3-4 years younger than Levi at most.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's definitely not enough of an age difference for that kind of coin, so it is purely being done because of who Morden is as a person.
Yes.
Not
No,
to
it's
say that Levi doesn't have daddy vibes.
stop.
What?
So, and he says, I'm sorry I'm late and that I interrupted. I had to avoid some... And he looks like he's going to say something. And quickly changes tack. Traffic. Had to avoid some particularly nasty traffic. Go the long way.
Another bear in traffic.
Oh, not another one.
He
They're out in
seems
full force
confused
today.
for a hot moment. And then he smiles and is like, yeah. And he says, I guess this is the part where I like introduce myself. Despite the way I look, I haven't been to very many support groups. He takes a swig of his coffee. I'm Levi. Last week was my first session. Those of you who were here would probably be glad to hear that I don't have chest pains anymore. And I admit I wasn't going to come back.
But
And then,
Then I started hearing voices.
yeah, that'd do it.
And he looks at the space next to him, which to everybody else is completely empty. To Precious is where the coyote has decided to sit. And he looks at that space for a moment and then forcibly kind of shakes himself and takes another sip of coffee.
Mez is going to offer Levi candy also.
He'll take it.
Daisy has finished the daisy chain and goes and offers it to him.
Oh, thank you. It's very sweet.
I, Izzy, have a question.
Uh-huh.
Does a daisy chain appear on the coyote?
No, I don't think so.
Aw.
That would be really cute, but I don't think so.
Not
is not
this
a cute
time.
thing. No, see, we did that last time. Secret Frog in the chat. We did that last year.
I'm more than
Wait, Coyote had a daisy chain last year?
No,
no.
the
Me,
void-
Michelle,
the
is
void
asking.
thing.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat is like, "Oh, I thought the chest pain, the lack of chest pain would be lack of chest, like a void." No, we did that last year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Morden looks to Ali to see if he wants to say anything.
I will. I'm Allie. I am in college around here, new to the area, and I've just been feeling some pains, all different kinds, really. It's really diverse. That's cool. Sometimes it's really sharp physical pain, and other times it's more emotional. But I haven't felt good lately. Like I've just been sick forever. Still no closer to figuring out what's causing it.
Well, welcome to the Chronic Pain Club.
Cool. I always wanted to be in a club.
Yep.
I just thought it would be like anime or something.
Yeah, this isn't a fun club to be part of. Do pain meds help at all?
No.
I'm very sorry for that one.
It's okay. There's nothing physical that I can see anytime I have a pain. It's just excruciating pain, and I'll look at the area and it's fine. It's just my skin.
Most of what's happening doesn't seem to make sense. So what I mean is, like, it's got to be scary, hurting and not being able to see why. But, like, you're not imagining it. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, the doctor I went to thought I was crazy. And then I found this group, so happy to be here again.
Yeah.
Well, we're. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
We're glad you came back. Kind of looks between Allie and Levi. Beats the alternative. You know, vans, FBI, that kind of thing.
You're not helping.
Well, I mean, you go for real this time, Izzy.
You just gotta keep your head down.
How does one do that exactly?
Oh, it's a pose in yoga. You just kind of
It
you
is
just
a
kind of
pose
do
in
this.
yoga, Daisy. Well, finding a place that you can stay at that nobody would come and look for you at is one place to start. And instead of walking, finding somebody you can trust to take rides with would probably also help. Sips his coffee, looking at Levi with like a knowing quirk to his eyebrow. Because shades and your hair up and a hat isn't always the best disguise.
I'm gonna write that one down. Cascade could use that.
How's everyone's week been? How are they doing? Anyone need anything?
If folks feel like coming and helping an old man with his garden, I'd appreciate it. A lot of old wounds acting up. I'll make
I
y'all
can-
sweet tea.
I'd love sweet tea. I'm pretty sure I can come by later this week if you'd like.
I would appreciate that, Miss Daisy.
Yeah, if I ever get to feeling like I can stand for more than 5 minutes, I'll definitely come give you a hand.
Don't push yourself. You take care of you first. How about you, Morden? How's your week been?
Well, one of the artists that was doing the residency at the gallery disappeared. So didn't
Moss
even know
perks
she
up
was-
at that gallery. What gallery?
Ignore the person.
Morden will give the address. It's like a little bougie indie kind of not private gallery. Nothing especially noteworthy. Just a nice enough one in town, but nothing like that has noteworthy art in. More like for up and coming artists.
An indie gallery.
Yeah. Oh, it's called the Faraday Cage because Morden is an asshole.
Love that. Love that. That's good shit.
Don't encourage him.
What's a
No, that was
Faraday
me, Izzy.
cage?
I will encourage him.
Okay. Oh, well, a Faraday cage is a way of diverting, it's a way of protecting from like electro. I'm not a scientist, I'm an artist, but my last name is Faraday and it's a play on that.
Oh, so you divert your intellect into art. Oh, that's so awesome.
I'm going to tell people that's the case, and it absolutely isn't a holdover from when it used to be a BDSM club.
Oh,
It used to be a what?
What?
Don't act like you did not just say what you just said. Messy's grinning.
I bet that makes for some great galleries.
There is no shortage of hard points with which to hang large art pieces.
I'm gonna have to come down there at some point.
I'd
mean,
like that.
the
I've
club
never
has-
seen something like that.
The club has moved. Old man.
Yeah. But I also want to see the art.
Enough. Apologies to Emily in the chat who is encountering Morden for the first time. It is always like this.
Ah.
But yeah, sure, come along. I'll organise a show. Private gallery viewing.
Uh-huh.
Eat shit, Precious.
Precious just grins.
I will say, when Precious looks at Morden, he's harder to look at. And I don't mean harder to focus on, like he's fuzzy, but to Precious's Cassandra vision, there's just something about looking at him for too long that makes his eyes start to hurt. Like if you were looking into a bright light, but there's no light coming off him, as far as you can tell. But it wasn't like that last week, as far as you noticed.
Yeah, I think Precious like readjusts his sunglasses as he tries to keep looking at Morden, and then looks away.
You an art
Well,
fan then, Blue? Morden says, looking at Thomas.
Pardon, say that again, please.
You an art fan, then, Blue?
Oh, yes, I enjoy all sorts of art.
Uh-huh.
I shall certainly have to drop in and visit your gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the
Again,
club's
just-
moved.
This is where Jade's knowledge of Thomas as a character is like desperately trying to interfere. She's like, no, Morden doesn't know that. Go away. Levi, how you doing?
What? He looks like you interrupted him paying attention to something. What was that? Sorry,
How's your week been? Chest pain, lack of chest pains aside. Partner okay?
yeah. And he smiles. They're doing great. They're worried, but they're doing okay still, and it's made it a little hard to, and he kind of like trails off, looking at that space again. I'm trying to do some work in a I'm a creator, you could say. Been very distracted lately.
Listen, man, I'm not here to I'm not here to blow anyone's cover or anything, but seriously, what's up with that? And points to the space that the coyote occupies.
He looks at you and then looks at the space. What's up with what?
Okay, you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. It's a little weird because, I mean, it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but it's also kind of the most normal thing I've ever seen, which is really fucking weird.
So when I point something out about him, it's me being unprofessional and ruining the sanctity of our group. When you point out something, it's fine.
Levi kind of...
It's said without malice, like Morden is smirking at Precious when he says that.
Levi kind of narrows his eyes a little bit and is like, no, mate, like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Stop dancing, Precious. Vagaries get us nowhere. It's meant to be a safe space, isn't it?
There's a fucking coyote there, and you keep listening to it.
Like that one episode of The Simpsons. Nobody saw that one.
Allie looks and moves away. Like, there's a coyote in here? No, I haven't seen that episode of The Simpsons.
Oh, it's great. Watermelon insanity peppers, the best.
Yeah, Johnny Cash voices the coyote.
I know, isn't that awesome?
There's a coyote?
Allie, the only one with any kind of survival instinct.
I mean, I don't want to say it's not real because everything I see is real.
It's
But-
not tangible to us because I don't see a coyote.
Oh, do you want me to make another daisy chain?
Levi kind of just like blinks. I don't see a coyote either. And he like keeps looking at the space like, what?
And what do you see?
The floor? I
And why
You're
are you
staring
here?
very intently and repeatedly at the floor.
Is there something? Is there a voice coming from there? Then you said you were hearing voices, right?
And does it
Yeah,
sound like Johnny Cash?
no.
Important question.
No, it's a feminine voice. It doesn't always come from the same place, but that's where it's coming from now.
Oh,
So the coyote's
so
a
it's a
girl?
female. Changes
I
the
put my
flowers up to
finger-
be corded pink.
I touched my finger to my nose and pointed at Daisy because she's like frequently proving to come up with smart stuff. And Morden can't believe an actual Disney princess is here and is
That
this
is
is the
Daisy,
highlight
yes.
of his week.
I guess
Your
The-
voice got a name?
Elzan.
Why not
Oh,
ask
that's a
her if she's
pretty name.
coyote then?
He looks at the spot, and Precious, the coyote is looking back up at him, and like has her paws on his knee, like insistent like. And it's you can't hear her speak, which is a little strange because you do see her mouth moving. I she didn't know what she looked like. She says coyote is cool though. The fuck
At least
do you
she
mean
believes
we're
me.
a coyote? And he kind of like stands up and backs away.
Now, my roommate said, Levi, we're supposed to be supportive here. And if she wants to be a coyote, and then that's what she wants to be.
I
I'm-
think the issue is that she didn't know she was a coyote.
Oh. Well, we probably still should make her comfortable. Yes?
Yes.
I think Daisy finishes the little pink and yellow daisy chain and just kind of like walks it up, and now that Levi stood up, just sets it on Levi's chair and says, if you want it, it's right there. And goes and sits back down.
Howie gets off of his chair and like sits normal.
Little alarm goes off on Morden's phone and he quickly silences it. Like, alright gang, we've got about 5 minutes till the knitters show up and I really don't want to get into it with them again. Anything anyone wants to bring up?
Oh, do we need to shift meeting places soon?
I haven't seen anybody sniffing around, so
Lots of
well,
bears
if
and
we need to
traffic.
move, well, we can use the gallery. But next week here.
yep.
Sounds good to me. Does anybody want my phone number who doesn't already have it?
Mind your phone number.
He puts his number in your phone as Grandpa Bear.
Grandpa Bear?
Grandpa Bear.
Okay. Does he use the emotes or just leaves it as Grandpa Bear?
He puts a bear emote,
Okay.
like the little bear face.
Daisy goes ahead and edits it and just adds a little piece of candy after the bear emote.
Good shit. If anybody needs anything throughout the week or needs a ride, anything, text me or call me. I will pick up. I ain't like you youngsters. I will pick up the phone.
Morgan is doing a disgruntled face, but none of you can see it. Very much like, was it Ling in Legend of Korra? Like, come on.
I would respond better if my roomie didn't constantly turn off my notifications.
You need to establish some boundaries with your roommate.
Oh, she's just trying to be helpful. I think she thinks that I'm distracted by them. I find it quite musical.
You want my number? This is not a sex thing.
Well, now it sounds like a sex thing.
Oh,
You're gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're just not my type.
oh, well, thank you. You're beautiful too.
Thank you.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. What do you put your number in as?
Because he's been calling you Disney this whole time, he puts himself in your phone as DreamWorks with the smirking face.
I'm gonna actually have to type these suckers up so I can remember them between sessions.
Oh, we don't ever remember what we put as the things in people's phone. This is just for fun.
And Morden will give Thomas a business card. It has like the gallery address on it and his mobile number. And as he does so, he says, "This is not a sex thing." And knocks him over.
Oh my god.
Morden.
He's a fuck boy.
I know. I love him.
And also, Thomas is like this suave guy up until the point where he face planted on the floor. Morden has eyes. Don't know what you want from me. Yes, thank you, Shark in the chat. I might actually have to make that now. For anyone not in the chat watching this, my "This is not a sex thing" shirt is having people asking a lot of questions already answered by the shirt. Wow. Good.
I think y'all hear Mezu's phone, like a notification ring on Mezu's phone. He like checks it, and then laboriously gets out of his chair, like, "All right, my ride's here." So
Stay safe, old man.
I'll do my best. Don't get into too much trouble. Just winks, because listen, this is Morden.
Thank goodness.
And as he walks past Levi to go out the door, like kind of reaches out, like pats Levi on the shoulder and says, "Seriously, if you need something, just ask." And then leaves.
Thanks, mate.
All right, kids. Any more for any more?
Precious will offer to put his number in Daisy's phone as Pinky.
Pinky?
Pinky. He's got pink hair.
Perfect.
Atlee will put his number in and let you pick, just like he did the others.
All right, folks.
I'll have to get back to you on what she puts in.
Very good. All right then. The knitters are arriving outside, and you don't want to piss off that crowd. They're always armed. So, till next week then.
Gonna be our group shirt.
Anyone need a lift?
I actually could go for one. I don't think I want to take the bus back. I'm feeling kind of lightheaded.
Excellent.
Excellent. Now I'm afraid.
And as the
All right.
group disperses, that is another week of Does Anyone Remember Bob?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yay!
It's still so calm.
It won't be next week.
So I suppose in reverse order, Anya, if I want to start with you.
Yep. Anya, I don't exist. Bye.
Izzy?
I'm Izzy. You can find me at the Shondeer on Twitter, and you can find the actual play podcast I do at Hope's Hearth Pod, and the Redwall Reread podcast I do at Abbey Archives.
I'm Jade. You can still find me on Jade Oxford Rose. Come yell at me about my idiot boy. Nichelle.
Yes, I am Nichelle, and you can find me on Twitter at Mistletoe T-Rex.
Such a good
Danielle?
handle.
I've been Danielle. You can continue to find me on the internet at RedTailTalk90.
Richard?
I'm Richard. You can find me on Twitter at Corvus_Azure.
And last but by no means least, August.
Hello, I've been August. You can still find me on Twitter at Harpydora. You can find the podcasting guild that many of us are a part of, Standing Stones, at Stones_standing on Twitter. And I think that's everything I wanted to plug.
Same time next week, everybody. Thanks for joining
Hell
us
yeah.
in the chat.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We'll see you next time.
Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.